Roll call, please.
Mayor Gibbons.
Here.
Councilmember Jack
Here.
Councilmember Lizzo.
Here.
Councilmember McLean.
Here.
Councilmember Reinecker.
Here.
Councilmember Schaefer.
Here.
Councilmember Zimmer.
Here.
Thank you. I have on my notes that there's no introductions, but you know what? There's somebody here that I want to introduce. And that is our new special business district director. Oh, absolutely. Will you please stand up? Carrie Menendez-Pesky. Everyone is thrilled that she is going to be running our special business district, and I think we're going to see great things to come. So thank you, Carrie. We are now going to move into public comments.
Yes, Your Honor, the public comments portion of the meeting is an opportunity for the city council to listen to comments from citizens. It is not a question and answer session, and the city council will not respond to comments or answer questions during this period. The mayor may refer any matter brought up to the city council to the chief administrative officer or city clerk if action is needed.
Thank you. Before we get started with this, I want to make a few comments. I am going to recommend that tonight we agree to the ordinance to add parking limits on the 700 block of West Jewel. And that's something we're going to be voting on. And that was on a petition. There was a second petition asking for no parking in the 500 and 600 block. I am going to ask our Chief Administrative Officer, Russ Hawes, to put together a committee of citizens, staff, and the school district to study that further. And the reason that I'm doing that, there's a couple reasons. One is our SCIT, which is made up, that's a committee, I'm sorry, can't remember what the acronym stands for.
Street Codes Investigation Team.
Okay. The Street Code Investigation Team came back and does not recommend the limit on the south side as far as parking. They are concerned about safety and speeding. I have seen the pictures that Councilmember Reinecker has passed on. There are so many issues. There are parents speeding to drop kids off on the sidewalk that cuts through to the high school. There are kids speeding to get down there. There are kids parking all over your street in front of your driveways to get to the high school. There are Kaiser parents that are parking on both sides, idling, even though it says no parking on the north side. So we understand there are major issues, and we want to rectify it utilizing our staff and the citizens together working on, rather than the citizens coming to us and saying what they think that should be done, work together on what the best thing to do would be. And maybe it's to close down that sidewalk that goes to the high school. I don't know. But I'm asking that they accelerate this process, that we try to get it done before school starts. We don't have much time. But I wanted to let you know that that is what I'm going to ask our Chief Administrative Officer, because that second petition is not in our agenda tonight, because it was not approved by our SCIT committee. We will be voting on the first one, which was the parking on the circle, on the cul-de-sac. Okay? Great. Thank you.
I'll be glad to take that on, so you don't have to officially ask beyond that.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay, good.
We'll make sure that committee is formed very quickly and meeting very soon to address it, if at all possible, before school starts.
Great. Thank you. David, do we have citizens wishing to make a comment?
Mayor and council, we have a few requests for comment this evening. The first from Tim Clubb.
City clerk, how do we? Not technically, I'm sorry. You tell me what to think. Okay. Okay. Clarification, what is the clarification that you're in need of? That's correct. That's correct. It has to be read twice. So it's new business to be voted on for the first time. And it'll be on at the next meeting for the second reading. It'll be old business then. Correct. You have 3 minutes. This is not a public hearing like we had last time where you could talk as long as you wanted. This is public comments for any topic, and it's limited to 3 minutes. Okay? All right. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Sharon Johnson.
Liz, council, thank you for your time. I would like to address the petition that is discussing the entire street as well as the cul-de-sac for the safety and the well-being of all parties on our street, whether that be citizens, residents, people passing down our street, children, everybody. You may not be aware, but we have a legally blind resident that lives on West Jewel. She is constantly walking on the sidewalks. There is a hazard as the cars are coming in and out of the street. The reason why we're questioning the parking portion of this is because when kids, as you know, when they're on a bicycle and they're riding to Kaiser, their heads don't go over the car vehicles, correct? So you don't see them until they breach where the cars are parked. That is one of our concerns. We have started this journey many years ago. We've met with the police department, we've met with the streets, we've met with a variety of the Kaiser, Kirkwood, everyone's in the know. So this is not something that's come out of the blue. This has been a repeated missed calls, missed accidents that have continued to cause a problem and a safety issue. And West Jewel cares for the children of Kaiser, for the students at Kirkwood High School, and we want to make sure that everyone is safe. I personally want to see that there is a sustainable path forward that is beyond what the schools are able to do for us. The schools have a policy and a process in which they have drop off and pick up. West Jewel is not part of their formal process, but the parents have made it part of their process. We're asking that the schools take ownership of that process and take the weight off of West Jewel. So West Jewel can be a very functional, safe place for a student to ride their bike, walk, a legally blind resident of our street to be able to walk safely on West Jewel. In addition, we want it to be equitable for everyone. We also want it to be accessible for our legally blind neighbors, someone who maybe has a cane or who has various other challenges. We want to make sure this is good. West Jewel is a wonderful community, and we live by schools because we love our community, but it's not safe right now. And you know it, and we know it, but we need your help to do this, okay? In addition, one thing that has not come up is sanitation on Tuesdays. If you go talk to your sanitation workers, I can promise you, they can tell you stories of parents yelling at them because they're trying to do their job and it's blocking people trying to drop off their kids and using our street to cut through. They don't deserve that either.
Thank you.
And
Thank you very much for your comments.
Is my time up?
I think your time is up, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Okay.
I hope, I would like to be considered for the committee, please.
Do that.
Great. Thank you.
Tom Johnson.
Hi. This has been a journey that I've been on for probably about 15 years, politely, quietly trying to navigate through this is regarding the 500, 600 blocks of West Jewel. What I had prepared tonight doesn't apply to what I'm going to say now. But what I do want to say is following one of the few meetings that I did have, whether it was with Tim Griffin or the police chief, whoever it was at the time, and especially Russ. Russ is the one person out of all the people that I've tried to talk to over all the years of this and watching kids almost get hit, watching my own kids almost get hit twice. Russ is the only person that has taken the time to truly care. And honestly, you're the only person that gave me any kind of direction when you said after that one meeting, probably 4 years ago, I remember like it was yesterday, you said the only way you're going to stop all of that volume, all of those cars going down the street is to post it as no idling. That way the police department has something that they can enforce. Speed bumps, we don't have a speeding problem per se. We have more of a volume problem on the street. Do people speed? Absolutely. Do they drag race on Essex? Absolutely. But we have a volume problem. The other thing I do want to say is based on what I've been reading, and I think I'm understanding this correctly, one of the things about keeping all the cars on the south side of West Jewel during the school hours has to do with a speed calming effect. Am I correct? The speed calming effect works in reverse on West Jewel. West Jewel is unique. It's not like any other street. I fully understand what a speed calming effect would be with having cars parked on the street. However, when you have that many kids darting in between and out of all of those cars, you have unlimited blind spots from Geyer to the cut through. And that is where we're seeing the kids almost get smoked day after day after day. That's it. It has to get fixed. It has to. And there's only certain ways, and I'm glad that you're in charge of this committee because you're literally the only person that has cared through this whole process. And I want to say thank you for that. And I too would like to be a part of that committee.
Thank you, Tom.
And I want to thank Al.
To remind you.
I want to thank Al because beyond Russ, Al is the other person that listened to me and truly cared and carried the torch. Sorry, I got a little hyper focused there.
The committee.
I got you.
Hunt?
Guess what I am here to talk about? I am a resident of West Jewel. I'm at 608 West Jewel. And first of all, I would like to show my support for changing what I'll call the cul-de-sac area, that's 700, 754, to no parking at any time, because that is a horribly congested area and will prevent any kind of emergency vehicles to get into that area and out of that area. It's not a big cul-de-sac. The other thing I would like to say, though, is my husband and I are in total support of putting no parking signs along the south side of the street during school hours. And I say that I say that for a couple of reasons. Number one is, I don't know about you guys, but if you've ever had to go out and ask a high school kid, and I love kids, but ask a high school kid to move their car because it's hanging into your driveway, and we don't have a driveway that's double size. And they look at you and go, it's okay, and start walking away. And I say, no, that's against the law. Do you want me to call the police? You could get a ticket. And the response is, so? And they continue walking. And this has happened on more than one occasion. One young man, I even pointed out, there's a spot down 2 houses that's totally empty. I said, why don't you go park there? I'd have to walk further. I'm sorry, this child was not a handicap of any kind, at least physically, because when they got out of their car, they could walk fine to the high school. So that and the whole trash bin thing. I tell you, it's really disarming. And I feel for the utility workers that pick up our trash because not only do the cars, high school cars park right next to the trash can, I have on numerous occasions seen the kids get out of the cars, move the trash cans, and they're parking in front of them, or they put them in the middle of what's supposed to be my empty driveway. So once again, I support the first petition that is on the agenda tonight, and I fully support doing something to make West Jewel safer and better for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol.
Marian Solari.
Mayor, council members, thank you for listening to us. I had a lot, I am on the south side also, 624. And what Carol was saying has happened to me a lot. And what happens to me when they block my driveway is I do call the officer. I was told to call the officer on duty at Kirkwood High School to have the child move their car. And if the Kirkwood High School officer said if they don't move it within an hour to call the Kirkwood police and they would ticket them. So one time, usually he gets them moved because he has, I guess, their license numbers. Anyway, one time a car didn't move, so I called the Kirkwood police because how am I going to get out of my driveway? He's blocked my driveway. Anyway, so I called the Kirkwood police and there were workers across the street building a new house, and he went and he talked to them, just, I don't know what he was talking to them about. And he finally came to my side of the street and he did not ticket the car because he told me it would be moved soon. Now, this might have been 11:30. I don't even remember, but I don't remember what time my appointment was, if I had an appointment, but it's very difficult, like Carol said, is when they block your driveway, you know, it's very hard, the kids. And then also, when there is no parking during school hours on the north side and you get the trucks parking there,
Mhm.
I can't get through and with my car because I'm just not good at that kind of stuff. So I have literally gotten out of my car and asked the truck drivers to drive my car through. And they won't do it, of course. And so then they move their truck. And they're very nice about it. But still, I mean, I'm like, when I first moved on West Jewel 10 years ago, I literally had to get up and watch to be sure I could get out of my driveway. The other thing is up at the corner by Kaiser, a lot of the Kaiser mothers, instead of going through they call it the snake, but up at Kaiser, where they go through the back and they let their kids off, which I have done for my niece and nephew. They're very proficient at, you've got the name and the teacher opens the door, the kids come in, they shut the door and they go. Well, few of the mothers will park on our south side during school, dismissal. And then when you make a left or a right into Jewel, you can't get through because they're all moving over to get out when they've gotten their kids. And I used to, before the cane, I used to walk my dog every day. And I literally was walking past the driveway and looked and saw a car. I got out of the way and there were two West Jewel kids coming out of one of our neighbors because they had let their dog out and the lady did not see them and flew into the driveway to turn around. That's what they do too.
Oh.
And they almost hit these two kids, these two.
Thank you,
boys.
Ms. Solari.
All right,
Thank
thank
you
you.
very much.
Mhm.
Kathy Kopp.
Good evening. I'm Kathy Kopp. The first house on West Jewel was built in 1930. That's 95 years ago. Our street's neighbor at the time was Roth Greenhouse and Nursery, which is now Villa Gardens. This was years before Kaiser or the high school was even thought about. West Jewel is a narrow street and it wasn't engineered to withstand today's volume of traffic. Long gone are the days when the kids took the bus or walked to school. The oversaturated parking on our street is not merely an inconvenience for those of us living on Jewel, but it's a major safety issue. Emergency vehicles have impossible time getting down our street. I've lived on Jewel for 38 years, and I've seen a drastic increase in the volume of student parking. The student parking turns is into a one-way street because there's nowhere to go. Not to mention the nonstop delivery trucks that stop in the middle of the street. There's just no place to pull over. Students that park on the south side make it impossible for those of us exiting our houses on the north side. This is just an example this week when I was trying to get out of my driveway. And granted, it's a work truck, not student parking, but it demonstrates the problematic wall-to-wall parking that we encounter on a daily basis for 9.5 months. I've got some ideas if you deny our no parking. Like, I would hope that there'd be maybe a few designated areas of no parking, but maybe these are things we can talk about in the planning thing. But the most important thing is that people need a safe place to pull over. I'm sure that every family living on West Dual has found it an ideal place to raise our children. But being sandwiched, we have a unique street because we're sandwiched between, we're the only street in Kirkwood that's sandwiched between two schools. And it comes with our share of problems, but no other Kirkwood street contends with on a daily basis. I sincerely hope that you will listen to our request and take into consideration West Jewel's unique concerns with an open mind, and that we're able to work together to make West Jewel a safer place. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor and council, there are no additional requests for comment at this time.
Very good. Thank you. We're going to move into the consent agenda. Is there a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda?
Motion. Second.
Very good. Any comments or questions? Yes.
Mayor,
Councilman Bledsoe.
regarding item A, I'd like to pull that and consider it at the end of the agenda because of a line in the revised minutes that was inadvertently left out.
Okay. All right. So we'll come to that at the end.
Yep,
You'll remind
we
me.
will. Yep.
Okay. And then with pulling that out, all in favor of the consent agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The consent agenda passes. We'll now move into unfinished business, Bill 11083A.
Mayor and council, this is right here. This is an ordinance granting an amendment to the special use permit for a marijuana facility, medical marijuana facility, and accessory drive-through facility at 10855 Manchester Road, subject to certain conditions.
Are there any questions or comments on Bill 11083A? Yes.
I have comments, Mayor, if you will. So I would like to remind everyone that medical marijuana was legalized statewide in 2018 by a constitutional amendment 2, and it was approved by over 70% of the vote during the general election. The NIH National Institute of Health website indicates that medical marijuana has conclusive or moderate to modest benefits to patients suffering from various conditions such as chronic pain, chemotherapy-induced nausea, and multiple symptoms of multiple sclerosis, epilepsy, etc. I had a friend who was a licensed physician, MD, who used marijuana to counteract nausea that she experienced from chemotherapy. Medical marijuana certainly deserves substantial additional research, but there's definite evidence that there are benefits to certain patients with medical marijuana. Recreational cannabis was legalized in 2022 via Amendment 3 with nearly 59% of voter approval statewide. Kirkwood voters approved it by a bit more than that. I understand the petitioner's previous request for a text amendment, and based on arguments that changing economic conditions and increased competition over the years since it opened would help level the playing field for dispensaries along the Manchester corridor. And also increase the convenience for medical users as well as recreational users to purchase the products that they prefer. Our code recently allowed sale of liquor by the drink at retail establishments, and that was motivated also by a similar change in economic conditions. I know everyone doesn't approve of marijuana being legalized. My view is that legalizing medical and recreational cannabis provides legal outlets for adult consumers and persons with medical cards to produce products they wish to consume. It also helps reduce illegal street sales, at least for some, and it helps alleviate safety and security issues related to the purchase of unregulated pot. Legalizing it also allows the state to control and regulate its sale, the quality of the product, the THC content, as well as it produces tax revenues. Having clear direction from the voters on this, I prefer to support licensed, regulated, tax-paying businesses rather than street dealers. Actually, I have information that because of the legalization, it has actually increased the number of street dealers out there because of the relaxation of the laws and permission to um, carry a certain amount of marijuana on your person. I do support proper cannabis. I think that they've been responsible business owners. They've improved the property. They are conducting their business according to all of the laws, rules, and regulations. So I support extending their hours. There's not only legal competition from Route 66 and other dispensaries in the area, but as I said, street dealers are actually, I've heard, flooding the market, so that also impacts their business. But I do support, even though I had hoped that they would get the the requested 10 p.m. Closing time. I certainly support at least the 9 p.m. closing time. That's
Are
all.
there any other questions or comments? Okay, all those, a roll call, please. Yes.
Mayor Gibbons?
Yes.
Councilmember Jack Sadek?
Yes.
Councilmember Lizzo?
Yes.
Councilmember McLean?
Yes.
Councilmember Reinecker?
Yes.
Councilmember Schaefer? Councilmember Zimmer?
Yes.
Thank you. We'll now move into new business, Bill 11084.
Mayor and Council, this is an ordinance amending the Kirkwood Code of Ordinances, Chapter 14, Article 8, Section 14-393, Schedule C, no parking zones, by adding no parking on West Jewel Avenue, north side of the 500 and 600 block, and the north and west side of the 700 block, up to and including 757 West Jewel Avenue, and amending Chapter 14, Article 8, Section 14-394, Schedule D, limited parking, subsection O, no parking between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. on any day that public schools are in session, to add West Jewel Avenue, south and east sides from 700 West Jewel Avenue to 754 West Jewel Avenue.
Do I have a motion and a second to accept Bill 11084?
Motion.
Any discussion or?
I have a question. Will this also include no standing or no idling?
The current, I believe, says no Chris, do you know? It doesn't say no standing.
Okay, but if we made it no standing or no idling, that would be enforceable?
Yeah, that's, because what's happening is people are dropping and waiting and things like that. Oh, I'm sorry.
Chris?
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I think it would require the no standing or idling.
Can we amend
Amend it.
this?
Mhm.
Yep.
So I'd like to make a motion that we include, and I don't know if the terms standing and idling both, or does idling mean standing or standing mean idling, or, but to,
I think it's clearer if you just say standing and idling, because standing can be non-idling, while idling is also standing, but
in the minute they turn the car off, it's parking.
Big sign.
Right? All right. Yeah.
No stopping.
So where, we need to state, your motion needs to state where at in this ordinance we are amending.
So I would imagine it is, section 1. Wait a minute. Got to figure that out. The current signage
Could
says
do a
the no parking
substitute
school days.
bill as well. We could, Gina, another option is if we get a consensus of the council to direct staff to do a substitute bill, that may be easier because we can make sure we have the
We get the
exact
exact wording
language in the
that-
right
that's
spot.
Usable for the purpose.
So if we pass this first reading, put a substitute bill on for second reading, it passes second reading the one time, we'll provide the clarity for that.
Mhm.
Okay, I am fine with that.
Okay,
If
we don't need a
Beck is
motion
a-
for that. We just need a consensus of council that you would like to direct staff to draft a substitute bill.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
To
would,
that effect.
would,
So I'll,
so you'll withdraw your
withdraw.
motion.
I'll
thank-
withdraw my thinking about a motion. Um,
Okay,
And again, I do want to appreciate, just, tell the residents, I really appreciate your perseverance and dedication to really making not only your street a better place, but it really enhances Kirkwood as a community as a better place. So I'm sorry that it's probably taken a few years, but I do appreciate the perseverance and Al's work, Russ's work, and all those who have brought it to our attention. So
Mhm.
let's keep moving forward.
Any more comments? No, okay, we will vote on the first reading, and then we'll have a substitute bill at the next council meeting. So all those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, nay? Okay.
and just, Mayor, just for clarification for everybody, how we handle substitute bills, for anybody who's looking at the agenda at the next meeting, the new language will not show on the agenda or in the packet because the substitute bill has to be motioned and second to be brought on the floor. So it'll be in their packets. It won't be listed on the agenda, but once they motion and second at the meeting to bring it to the floor, it'll replace this one. So just for clarification for everybody following this.
We have a very efficient city clerk. Bill 11085.
Mayor and Council, this is an ordinance appropriating $58,423.40 from the Equitable Sharing Fund balance to the Police Department Machinery and Equipment account, accepting the single source quote of Axon in the amount of $58,423.40 for the purchase of a new Skydio X10 drone for the Police Department, and authorizing and directing the Director of Procurement to issue a purchase order.
Are there any questions or,
We'll need
oh,
a-
sorry, a motion and
Motion.
second, please?
Second.
Second, okay. Because Councilmember Schaefer got an appointment to go see a video about this new drone, I got to join him. So I want him to tell you about how exciting this drone is.
Very cool. Very cool. So our drone that we have now is pretty much dead. But that's not out there for public.
Yeah.
So we can't get parts and things like that. And we borrowed a few batteries from St. Charles County and so forth. So this new drone, doesn't cost us a dime. We're just appropriating money from, drug money that we got, in the police department. So we're using drug money to combat drugs with a drone. So, and this drone, I did get a, little preview of it, and Mayor came along with me. So it's connected, it can be connected to the flock cameras that we have all over the city. If we get a hit on the flock camera, they can turn it on, and they can follow anywhere around the city, or it can go up to 4 miles without anybody doing anything to it. So I was just like thrilled with all the different things it can do that we don't have the capacity to do now. Plus where it can look, and just see things that are going on out there in the community, like what we had downtown here. We can hover over top of things and see what's going on, take actual camera pictures of somebody's in the process of doing things that they shouldn't be. So, that's pretty much it. I think it's a great investment in our community and we need one. So that's where I'm at.
More comments?
And just to reiterate, this is an account that we don't budget out of, but as we have opportunities to enhance equipment for the police department, we
betcha.
can go to that and access those funds. So
Yes.
it's a good use of funds overall.
Yes.
Any other comments or questions? Okay.
Great.
All in favor of first reading approval of Bill 11085, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Reading passes. Resolution 63, 2025.
Mayor and Council, this is a resolution accepting the bid of Black & McDonald at the rates provided in the rate sheet, a copy of which is attached here to and incorporated by reference herein for distribution system line worker services for the electric department for an initial term of 12 months with the option to renew for up to 4 additional 12-month terms, not to exceed budgeted funds, and authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into a contract.
Do I have a motion and a second to accept Resolution 63, 2025 as read?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Is there any discussion, any comments?
I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
It might be, Mark would be able to answer. In the legislation request, it talked about a new contract for 1 year and then at rates provided with 4 one-year renewal options. What are those renewal options in the contract? Is there the rates?
Yes,
Change.
both, right? So yes, the rates would change annually, usually at about 3.5%. That's the typical rate that's associated with the line workers that are licensed. All contractors do those basically cost of living increases. And yes, the 4 other renewal options would be associated with the capital dollars that we have available in the years to follow. And again, I think and thank you for giving me the opportunity just to talk a little bit about it. But the idea is, as you know, we had some COPS dollars, some certificate of participation dollars where we were able to ramp up this modernization that we started many years ago. We've done that. We're getting near the end now and are trying to close things down and go from what is approximately $160,000 a month back to some levels that'll be closer to $800,000 a year. So it's been a long journey. They're a great construction partner with us to do the upgrades and do the work that we are able to do during storms. And I kind of hear some stuff going on outside right now. But it's been something that's helped us to continue to upgrade the system and make sure that it stays reliable. And it's good to have a partner like this in Black & McDonald that can continue to do this work for us.
Great, because talking about the cops was my other question. So under your comments, you mentioned that the historical cost is 2.3 million for fiscal year 25, and that since the bulk of the work has been completed, the estimated expense will now reduce and expected to return to pre-COPS level.
Yes.
So when do we get to the pre-COPS level? And it looks like previous fiscal years, we're talking 330,000, 448,000, 582,000, and 716,000. Is your 800,000 kind of your anticipated pre-COPS level with, adjustment for inflation?
Yes, that's what we're trying to see right now. I mean, obviously, this fall will be the beginning of the reduction of those numbers, and that's why you see the number in the budget now. We will see how well we can keep that equipment number down and still keep the 2 crews so that we can stay down to that level. And I think we'll have some budget discussions where we can talk about where that number really ends up. But starting this fall, yes, we want to get back to what is that $800,000 a year number.
Because your last year, obviously fiscal year 25 is the 2.3, this one is 1.1. And so you expect that hopefully fiscal year 27, we can be closer to a pre-COP level.
Yes, and at the same time, still have 2 crews available when we need them for storms and things of that nature. Yes.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Question, I do.
Oh, yes.
What's a distribution line worker? I mean,
So those are those guys in the truck. So, and it could be gals too, that are in those trucks, working in those bucket trucks, working on the poles, wires, and transformers that are on our circuits and systems.
I assume so. This chart of fees,
Yes.
that's trying to understand this. First item is item one, unit one, assemblies per standard. And it's
Yes.
6,577. Is that per truck or?
Yes, so yeah, that's the way the crews are set up. That's a construction crew. And you have what we call, you know, those lump sum items that are in the contract for different activities that they would take place. But that's usually a 3 to 4 person construction crew with a bucket truck and maybe a truck that can do excavation or erect
Is
poles.
this per hour? Is that what this is?
Unit, no, it doesn't have an hourly basis. It's per unit. So when they do one pole's assembly, then they get to charge that amount.
Okay.
So that's a unit lump sum price.
I was trying to figure out, okay.
Yeah, yeah, not time and material. These are lump sums for different activities. Good question.
Any more questions or comments? Yes.
Just one. I want to compliment the guys out in front of they ran all the new lines from Ballast Sugar Creek Station. They couldn't have been any more professional. Cleaned up after themselves, which an electrician cleaning up after themselves is a misnomer, but they did a great job. They were very professional. You could see they're handing off their tools back and forth. So it was a pleasure to watch professionalism. I have to see that once in a
Well,
while.
thank you. And again, I'm going to pass that on to the gang. This is why we selected them. And I think we've had a great team, a partnership with them all of this time throughout the years. Think about the work they're doing now on Ann and the detour that we
Yes.
set up and how we've tried to make sure to accommodate things. I mean, they take those things into account now because they know Kirkwood and they've learned what to expect. So, yeah, I want to thank you for saying that because I think that they would appreciate hearing that. And I think people will understand now why we picked them over some other folks.
And you got backup. So if your crews can't handle it when something happens major, whatever that would be, you've got competent people ready to go.
Yes, and we've even stolen some of their crew members and they become line workers for us. So we know how to find good folks when we
See
can.
nothing. See nothing.
Anyone else?
Thank you,
Okay,
Mark.
roll call, please.
Thank you.
Mayor Givens, Councilmember Jack Sadek,
Yes.
Councilmember Lizzo,
Yes.
Councilmember McLean,
Yes.
Councilmember Reinecker,
Yes.
Councilmember Schaefer,
Yes.
Councilmember Zimmer.
Yes.
Resolution passed. Resolution 64, 2025.
Mayor and Council, this is a resolution accepting the proposal of Councilman Hunsaker in the not to exceed amount of $35,000 to conduct an aquatic center feasibility study and
Wait a
authorizing.
minute, I think you're reading 65.
Oh, man, that's brutal. Sorry.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Finish that one now.
Threw a curve for Kyle right there.
Unfortunately, we got,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, this is his.
We'll go back to 64 here.
Rushing the night.
Oh, wait, no, we didn't have. Sorry.
So this is a resolution authorizing the filing of an application with the Municipal Park Grant Commission of St. Louis County, Missouri to fund improvements to the Kirkwood Ice Rink.
There we go.
Okay. May I have a motion and a second?
Motion.
to accept? Okay,
Second,
very good. Are there any comments or questions? Do we want Kyle to come up and address us? Anybody?
Great.
Okay. You want to come up? Okay, absolutely.
yes.
I do want to add to this particular one that we can only have 2 outstanding grants at a time with the St. Louis County Parks and Recreation Grant Commission, and we have 2 right now. And I do have a very short window of time. I just want everybody to be aware of this, to close out the one for the community center by the end of August. Hopefully that I can do that and then get this one. So I'm just letting you know that it's a very tight window and it's not a given yet. Just wanted you to know that.
Okay, thanks, Kyle. Okay, any other comments, questions? Okay. Roll call, please.
Mayor Givens,
Yes.
Councilmember Jack Sadek,
Yes.
Councilmember Lizzo,
Yes.
Councilmember McLean,
Yes.
Councilmember Reinecker,
Yes.
Councilmember Schaefer,
Yes.
Councilmember Zimmer.
Yes.
Okay, now we're going to go to 65, 2025.
Thank you, Mayor.
Uh-huh.
Mayor and Council, this is a resolution accepting the proposal of Councilman Hunsaker in the not to exceed amount of $35,000 to conduct an aquatic center feasibility study and authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into a contract.
May I have a motion and a second to accept Resolution 65, 2025?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Discussion? Questions? Anybody? Anybody?
No?
Roll call, please.
Mayor Gibbons?
Yes.
Councilmember Jack
Yes.
Councilmember Lizzo?
Yes.
Councilmember McLean? Councilmember Reinecker?
Yes.
Councilmember Schaefer?
Yes.
Councilmember Zimmer?
Yes.
Good. The resolution has passed. Resolution 66, 2025.
Mayor and Council, this is a resolution accepting the bid of Cascade Cart Solutions pursuant to a Sourcewell cooperative contract at the rates provided in the rate sheet, copy of which attached here too and incorporated by reference herein for refuse and recycling roll-off carts for the Sanitation Department for an initial term of 12 months with the option to renew for up to 4 additional 12-month terms not to exceed budgeted funds, and authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into a contract.
Do I have a motion and a second to accept Resolution 66, 2025 as read?
Second.
Thank you. Are there discussions, questions? One? Roll call, please.
Mayor Gibbons?
Yes.
Councilmember Jack
Yes.
Councilmember Lizzo?
Yes.
Councilmember McLean?
Yes.
Councilmember Reinecker?
Yes.
Councilmember Schaefer?
Yes.
Councilmember Zimmer?
Yes.
The resolution has passed. Resolution 67, 2025.
Mayor and Council, this is a resolution accepting the bid of Truck Centers Incorporated in the amount of $471,032 pursuant to a MoDOT cooperative contract for the purchase of 2 2026 Freightliners M2 106+ dump trucks for the Street Department and authorizing and directing the Director of Procurement to issue a purchase order.
Do I have a motion and a second to accept Resolution 67, 2025 as read?
Motion.
Very good. Are there any questions or comments on the resolution?
Just a comment, Mayor. These trucks are replacing trucks that we use for snowplow removal as well, not just for street repairs. So they're set for both, correct, Chris? Yes, so I was correct with that. That's all.
I would also add that these trucks are going on almost 20 years old.
Yes.
They're replacing.
Wow.
I have a quick question on what do we do with the old trucks? Do we keep them or,
No, we sell them at auction.
At auction.
and the money just goes back into the general fund then, or?
It does.
Can we get the information when you sell it, what we get specific?
We typically provide that at the end of the fiscal year, what we recovered from sales of
the
assets.
individual report out?
If you'd like one. Okay.
And these are auctioned at, not through the city. We don't do that. We take it out.
And it goes through Gov Deals.
Perfect. That's what I thought. Thank you.
Yes, national auction on the internet.
Anything else? Roll call, please.
Mayor Gibbons?
Yes.
Councilmember Jack
Yes.
Councilmember Lizzo?
Yes.
Councilmember McLean?
Yes.
Councilmember Reinecker?
Yes.
Councilmember Schaefer?
Yes.
Councilmember Zimmer?
Yes.
Resolution has passed. Resolution 68, 2025.
Mayor and Council, this is a resolution authorizing and directing the approval of the first project to be funded by the Kirkwood Transportation Development District, TDD, consisting of concrete street replacement on 4 streets in the city of Kirkwood, Missouri.
Do I have a motion and a second to accept Resolution 68, 2025?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Any comments or questions?
No,
Hooray.
Great news.
Hey,
Yep.
exactly. Thank you. That's-
Thank you, Kirkwood.
Yes.
We'll let the citizens know that one of the things we want to do is have the citizens recognize what projects are funded by the TDD. So there will be signs placed on all 4 of these streets and arteries into the streets, letting folks know. And I think for 4 concrete cul-de-sacs, this is a good price that we got for concrete replacement. So it's exciting. It still has to go to the TDD board. The TDD board is made up of 2 people from the city council and 2 people from the special business district.
One of the members is here right now.
Yes, one of the members is here. Yes.
We want to come. Yeah.
Yes, 3 are here.
Fun.
So
Yeah.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mayor Gibbons?
Yes.
Councilmember Jack
Yes.
Councilmember Lizzo?
Yes.
Councilmember McLean?
Yes.
Councilmember Reinecker?
Yes.
Councilmember Schaefer?
Yes.
Councilmember Zimmer?
Yes.
Resolution 69, 2025.
Mayor and Council, this is a resolution amending the contract with Meyer Contracting by increasing the amount by $664,339.78, which includes a 10% contingency in the amount of $66,433.98 for a new not-to-exceed amount of $1.297995.88 for the 2025 concrete slab replacement project, and authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into an amended contract.
Do I have a motion and a second to accept Resolution 69, 2025 as read?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. And, just an explanation that this is a company that already contracting for that will do the 4 projects that we have just voted yes on for the TDD, as long as it gets voted on by the board. So, okay. Any other comments or questions? Roll call, please.
Mayor Gibbons?
Yes.
Councilmember Jack
Yes.
Councilmember Lizzo?
Yes.
Councilmember McLean?
Yes.
Councilmember Reinecker?
Yes.
Councilmember Schaefer?
Yes.
Councilmember Zimmer?
Yes.
The resolution has passed. Now we move to the consent agenda.
Need a motion and a second to approve the minutes, and then that's when Councilmember Lizzo can
Yeah.
motion to amend. So hold on, let's do a motion and a second
Okay.
to approve them.
To approve the minutes. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Very good. And
Then we can open up discussion.
open up
and that's where-
discussion on the minutes.
Okay, so I have to apologize that I don't have the exact wording that was inadvertently deleted. It was something to the effect of where I asked the petitioner, David Bonenberger, if he knew the results of the Kirkwood precincts for the voting to legalize recreational marijuana. That was the question that was deleted. We then had a brief discussion that it was over 54%.
So you want to add,
that sentence.
I at least want my question to go back in.
I know exactly which one it is.
Okay.
Yep. Sorry about deleting that on
Okay.
accident. Yeah.
and then we vote on,
So
we'll vote on
We'll
that,
need a second on
on the
Councilmember
motion.
Litzau's motion.
Second.
Then we'll vote on the motion to amend.
Okay, all, aye or nay, or
All in
roll
favor?
call?
Yep.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, nay? Okay, the motion carries.
Then we'll vote
Now
on the
we're gonna
minutes
vote
as
on the
amended.
minutes as amended. Any comments? Okay, all in favor, aye?
I
Opposed, nay? All righty,
Perfect,
thank
thank
you. Now we go into the city council reports. Anyone have a report? Yes, Councilmember Schaefer.
Library board report. So library board met yesterday. They have funding from the federal level through September of 2026. That's the first one. Their endowment fund got bumped up by $210,000 this year from donations in, and their endowment fund is now $2 million plus for the first time ever. And then there was several people that have asked me about a flagpole or a flag in front of the library. I'm assured that there is a flag going up in front of the library. They just are debating whether they're going to put a pole up or whether they're going to put it on top of the roof so that there's no vandalism that goes on. Evidently, that must have been an issue in the past, or hang it on the building. They're working on it. That's what I was told. And then a second one, and I think he snuck out. The electric department has, he mentioned it a little bit, but I wanted to give him a little more kudos. He started, Mark, with the Sugar Creek substation that's going in. I don't know whether he just found some money while he was digging over there or what, but they're putting in 4-inch conduit over to and starting up to a utility pole over there, hopefully in anticipation that we might be able to bury some electric lines that come out of the substation at some point in time. So they're working on it as we speak. So
Good, thank you.
Have-
Other-
Yeah,
Yes,
I have
Councilwoman.
two things. One is landmarks. So at the last landmarks meeting, they had a public hearing for 751 North Taylor, and they did issue a 270-day period of review. The couple that owns it, did come in asking for, demolition ability, be able to tear it down. So, it was widely attended by the Taylor, Historic District. Probably 20 to 25 people there. It was a very interesting hearing, and they did issue that stay and gave them options. So we'll see how this rolls out from there. A very passionate group in that historic district and very pro-preservation. So it was nice to hear the comments and how everybody tried to work through this. The other thing was, Liz and I, the mayor and I had a great opportunity to meet the incoming Urban Forestry Commission member yesterday. And we hurried to get it on the agenda today so he can attend the meeting next Tuesday. But he'll be a great addition, and I really look forward to seeing him join this commission and again, continue to look at our urban canopy in a really strong way. So thank you for finding him.
Background of the Missouri Botanical Gardens, so that's
Yeah.
pretty strong. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, anybody? Oh, yes.
Kirkwood Arts Commission, I apologize on the Making Music concert series, but I just want to say that, my husband Mark and I attended the concert this previous Saturday, and it was, Raised on Radio was the name of the band. A lot of the members met when they were taking lessons or whatever at, the School of Rock downtown. I think the oldest one might be 17. I was blown away at the level of competence and just artistry and knowledge of their repertoire. They played lots of classic rock, Keishi kinds of things, and this is for a crowd that actually varied from the usual sort of maybe median 65-year-old age to a lot of their own fans, but they were absolutely incredible. So I wanted to, recognize those kids, and also I'll have to find out when the next concert is. I'm not sure if it's in 2 weeks or if they're done for the season and then there'll
No,
be
there's one on the 26th of July.
of July. Okay. And then there's, I think, a final one maybe in October or something, but I recommend the concerts. They're free. They're over at the amphitheater and it's a great time.
Good, thank you. Any other comments?
Oh, one other thing, Mayor, thank you so much. Doing this boards and commissions appointments is a huge job. And I just want to commend you for being on this and all of the great people that you're appointing to.
We have great citizens.
We
A lot of people
absolutely
wanna
do.
step up.
I mean, if we had a who's who of Kirkwood, you would just be blown away. This is just amazing. So, thank you.
City Administrative Officer report.
Yes. We did receive an application for a temporary outdoor promotional variance from Taleo Ventures L3C at 132 West Monroe Avenue to hold their 4th birthday party on the parking lots of 142 West Monroe and 314 South Clay from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday, August 10th, 2025. Setup will start at 6 a.m. and tear down at 4 p.m. And we would ask for City Council approval by voice vote.
I can't believe it's 4 years, and we've got Olivia right here with us. Thank you, Olivia, for putting in a really great spot for Kirkwood to gather, and I know a lot of people have. Is there anything you want to tell us?
We should probably get a motion in a second
Oh.
first.
Okay,
Thank you. Second.
okay, Olivia, you
thank
want
you.
to address us? And she's a new mom too, so.
Yeah, thank you guys for letting me come. It's kind of crazy coming back up here because last time I was here, it was to open Taleo and all those 4 years ago now. And it's so cool just to see how excited Kirkwood has been for Taleo and the community. And it's been just a really cool hub to see just the regulars, and it's been awesome. So yeah, the birthday party will be what it has been in the past. Just we have about 35 vendors, I think, who are coming, selling all different kinds of things like clothing, jewelry, art, candles, soap, all the different, kind of like a little farmer's market of sort in the 2 parking lots and then our parking lot. And then we'll do, special birthday drinks and pastries and all the fun stuff. But it's in the past, I think we've had anywhere from like 800 to 900 people who have come through. So it's been really awesome, and it's just fun to get to celebrate our birthday.
And just to kind of go back a little bit, they actually started at the farmer's market. So farmer's market is pretty excited about kind of having become an incubator. And Olivia now roasts her own coffee
Mhm.
down off of Leffingwell somewhere.
Yeah, Clark.
Uh-huh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, we started that in 2023. So we have another location of sort. It's all just production, but yeah, off of Clark, we have a roasting facility as well, which has been really fun to get to do that. And then we
Yeah.
have a commissary kitchen that we use at Grace Episcopal Church. So we're all over Kirkwood.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, nay. Okay. that
Mayor,
passes.
I'm just glad to learn how to pronounce it.
Oh,
I don't ever call it by the, so I'm going to have to practice. I wrote it down. Taleo.
Yes. City attorney report.
I have nothing to report.
Okay, city clerk report.
I have nothing to report.
Whoa, that's a shocker.
What?
Okay. See no further business. This meeting is now adjourned. The next regular meeting is scheduled for Thursday, August 7th, 2025. Thank you.